There is nothing better on this earth or the next than a Coke Zero with lemon in it. Just freaking amazing. This is not it. This is not the long awaited just a girl in her 20s vlog. This is called Confessions. Yanae's realization session, something like that. Like Yanae's confession realization session. I don't know what we're gonna call it, but it's something I want to do before I start the the podcast. Don't get me wrong, I'm still planning on starting the podcast, but in more of a sense, like I want to do it I want to do it when I'm in the right place and the right headspace to handle all of that, because that's going to be a lot of negativity, a lot of negative talk, a lot of like making fun of, and a lot of like vulnerability, and I'm not ready for that now. So today we're just going to do a little Renee's confession session, realization confession session, something like that. I don't know yet, but that's kind of what I want to call it, because I'm realizing stuff and I'm confessing stuff, and that's gonna like I'm gonna confess stuff, and I'm gonna like tell you what I've realized about my confession, and then there's like a session we have between us. It's gonna be like a little mini series that I'm gonna do on my Finsta. So let's get into it. The confession is someone not close to me but close to my dad had a brain bleed, brain aneurysm, a brain bleed, something like that. And this lady, it's a very special lady. I've met her, like talked to her a bunch of times, and she's such a like go-getter, like such a freaking go-getter. It's insane. And she is half brain dead at the moment, and I'm really hoping and I'm praying that she, with some freaking miracle, ends up alive and wakes up, because I really love her husband. He's such a sweet guy. He's our house doctor. So we have a doctor, like a personal family doctor. He's our family doctor. And this lady, there's no one like her. So that's like kind of like the confession part of it. And the realization is, when I was thinking about this today, when I found out, I was like, she, she was such a go-getter. Like, this woman made plans. I was like, oh, come on, hop in, honey, we going. And like, y'all, it helps that they were wealthy, and that they were, I don't like the word wealthy, it helps that they were well off, so they could just like get up on weekends and go and do stuff, and like, but like she lived with no regrets, and that's something I so like looked up to. She lived with no regrets. She was smart, she was well educated, she was well spoken, she had adventures on adventures, and that was so kind of cool to see that in a person, and to see how happy they were. I thought about her like 2 days ago, because it's the Woordfeest in Stellenbosch, the place where I study, and she loved the Woordfeest. Like, oh, that bitch ate that shit up. She loved like watching concerts, like watching plays. That was like her bread and butter. And yeah, it happened this morning. She was fine at 7 a.m. and at 8:10, her husband got a call saying like, hey, like, it was the cleaning lady calling him like, hey, you need to come home, like something's seriously wrong. She was blue, she was foaming in the mouth. That's such a like gross thing to like. I'm a visual person, like a print. I've gone to say a pranky person. I'm a pranky person, like a picture person, and like that picture is not a good picture, but like it's a reality picture, which is crazy. But maybe anyway, after that confession, I'm telling you this story because she told me something the last time I saw her. That was like a few months ago, maybe 2-3 months ago, and she said, "Live with no fucking regrets." Because I was telling her about this relationship problem I was in, and like how it's affecting me, and I don't know what to do. Like, I really like this guy, but I also really, really like this guy. And like, this guy is like, I think it's the one for me, but like, he wants nothing to do with me. Like, I'm never gonna tell him how I feel about him, because like, wara wara wara. And this guy's only like, I'm only like, everyone like thinks I'm obsessed with him, but like, he's just like the greatest backup ever, because he's so predictable. So, and I like predictable. I don't like when stuff make scary. I don't like that, no, because stuff is scary. And the other day, I finally told this person that I really liked, like how I actually felt about them, like in detail. And it didn't work out the way I wanted it to, but that's so fine. Like, that's to be expected of the situation. Like, that's to be expected. And he's happy, and I hope like everything works out for him in the end. But I always like felt this like little bit of regret for not telling people how I feel, not like handling a situation how I wanted to handle it. Like, if you have conflict with me, come and tell me. Like, let's handle this shit. I don't want to live with any regrets. Like, I hate the idea of leaving this earth with regrets. And when I say that, like, I imagine myself as a grandma living this earth. But in reality, I could not wake up tomorrow. In reality, I can have my coffee and suddenly something goes wrong. And that's kind of scary. So, my little bit of the confession realization session is just to actually live every fucking day like it's your last, because you never know when your last day is. And I don't want to leave this earth with any regrets. If it's before I'm 21, if it's when I'm 40, if it's when I'm literally 85, I don't want to live with regrets. And it's all gonna work out in the end. Like, it's all gonna work out. So, do that thing you're scared of. Tell that one person how you feel in that relationship you're not happy in. Start the one you want to start. Because if it's your last day on this earth, do you want to live it unhappily? Like, do you want to be unhappy in your situation? And like a lot of people just, I know a lot of people that just stay in the situation because it's comfortable and it's reliable and the guy's predictable, and like that's literally me. And if it's in a work situation or relationship or a friendship or just in like a living situation where you're staying in this little small town because like, oh, it's comfortable, it's predictable, like it's reliable, no, go to Stellenbosch, like go and do the thing you're most fucking scared of, because it may be your last day. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. For example, told the guy how I felt in fucking detail. Told the guy how I felt. Didn't work out. And it was like, yeah, maybe in 4 years from now, but like I may not live 4 years. This man may not live 4 years. Why am I wishing for like, yeah, in 4 years from now, maybe? No. No, I don't want to be that person anymore. I want to take opportunities, live my truth, be like fuck. That was a little bit of oopsie from me, but like live every day. It's like it's my loss, because if it is my loss, I don't want to go like be like shit. I want to go fucking swinging. Okay, we had a little bit of a minor malfunction, but we're back. And I got food because I don't like crying, so I got food to like cheer me up. I'm a fatty, leave me the fuck alone. Or a foodie or a fatty, one of the two, but like, oh, love them. It's difficult because I really do trust the Lord with everything. I'm like, oh, Lord, if this is a situation I'm meant to be in my life, okay, what am I gonna learn from it? But if it isn't, take me out of the situation. Like, let me either resolve the situation, let me like walk away from the situation. Same with like relationships, same with career paths. Like, if I'm like, Lord, like if this is not the like career path I have to be on, like it's okay if it doesn't work out, because I really do trust him wholeheartedly. But there's also a part of me being like, why? Like, why does this need to happen? Like, and I was really hoping this like Tany's thing was just like a scare. Like, I was really hoping that it was something like, oh, close call. Like, that was such a close call. Like, just enough to scare someone like me into living my truth, and like, but I don't think it is. That's scary because she's halfway brain dead. Like, she's half brain dead. I don't think you can recover from brain dead. I'm not anything medical. Watch a lot of Grey's Anatomy, but I'm not anything medical. I don't think she's gonna wake up, but I'm praying like fucking shit that she does, because she deserves to, because she lived every day wholeheartedly, and she missed her kids every day because one was in Johannesburg, the other one was in freaking Korea. but she made the best out of every situation. And like I feel that like this is a lesson for me, and I can make this a lesson for you. Literally me crying like a fucking dumbass. Sorry. Anyways, yeah, I feel like all I can. My nails broke. Can you see that my nails broke? That's so embarrassing. But anyways, I feel like all that I can actually learn from the situation. Maybe I can teach you guys something. Don't leave with any regrets, because you never know when your last day will be. And that's such a dumb thing to say because everyone says it like, no, like, oh, maybe tomorrow is your last day. Maybe today was my last day and I spent the whole day being fucking pissed about the situation I was in. I never know. I'm trying not to live with regrets. So, for instance, this guy that I really liked. For instance, when he asked me, he was like, Yanae, how do you feel? And even though I knew in my head, shouldn't tell him because it's wrong, it's selfish, it's disrespectful, but I did. And I still felt selfish. But if I didn't, and I ended up dying tomorrow, next week, something happens to him, literally knock on fucking wood. Knock on fucking wood. That guy's not going anywhere if it's up to me. But like, if I do not survive tomorrow, for instance, and I never told this guy, even though he knew I felt something for him, I still like I was like, fuck you, I like no. I would have lived with that regret. I would have died with that regret actually. And like I'm tired of having friendships that are just like, oh maybe like we'll see each other. Like maybe fuck off actually. Like do you wanna be my friend? Yes or no? Like that's it. Because if you don't want to be my friend, don't be my friend. If you want to be my friend, let's see each other. Let's make plans. Because you never know what's going to happen. That's why I think forgiveness is such a powerful thing. I don't know. That's just my little confession session, thingamajig. If you are unhappy in the situation, in the phase of your life you're in, if it is a relationship, a friendship, a career path, or phase of your life, or a physical environment that you're in, if you are unhappy, this is your sign to change it, to do something about it, because you really don't know what tomorrow holds. None of us do. And I don't know about you, but I'm not going anywhere with regrets. So, this is the first episode of just a girl in her 20s, but a different type than we originally planned. Because this is just a series. This is just a series of the main thing. The main thing's still coming. I'm just not ready. And I hope everyone can appreciate and respect that and support me in that. And if you're gonna laugh at my little podcast or my silly little talking sessions, please feel free to fuck right off. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a girl in her 20s.